What's up, everyone? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. We've got lots of things going on today. We've got actually 3 different videos all being filmed simultaneously here. Did I say that right? Simultaneously. There we go. Get it right, Josh. But we've got, 3 different videos going on. Lots of things happening this weekend, and lots of things we have to share with you for next week coming up. So let's get to it. Right over here, we've got this 580, which if any of the rays come in smaller, if we get this tank set up, we can temporarily use it to hold some of the rays while my dad's getting his ideas and drafts together on how he wants this done. So we were thinking first it's got to come off the rollers. It's got double overflows in the back of this tank. So we can just do one overflow right down to the stream system there. My dad mentioned something about adding another waterfall over here. He most certainly can. But if we just put in a pump from the pond, 85-degree water, pumping up to this tank, we don't have to heat it, we don't have to filter it. And then they can also do something else for us. This goldfish tank, we're pulling water out of the 4400, so we're having less water go to the drain, and we're just recycling it back to the pond. We can shut this water off and run a siphon from the 580 over to the goldfish tank, back to the pond, shut this window, have a little bit more thermal value inside the fish room, and then we can also have more water going through the system in there and out the drain. So this should actually improve water quality, of course, once we have the bio load lessen of all these rays. Right now we're going to be putting our filters to the test. And of course, you know us, we're going to add more filtration to this pond just to make sure we're good to go. We've got that whole other Bellagio sump. We've got barrels full of biomedia we can just run on here if we need them. So that will come in time, and stick around and see how we make this all come together.
Okay, now since Greg Woodstock's son is here, say hi, how you doing? And he brought a bunch of friends with him. Well, we're over here, and we're going to lift that 580 off of the rollers.
Everyone on one side, lift this up. I'm going to need a small guy.
That's me. Hello.
Garrison. He's coming.
All eyes on his wall and Bruce Legion.
Okay, so we're lifting this up. Yeah, we're going to do one side at a time.
They're basically on rollers, and we just got to get the rollers out. So if everybody lifts from the front, we got a problem. We can only lift from the end, so nobody else lift on the front.
Okay. Never mind. So, hold on, man. I'm not being help.
No, they're gonna lift that side first, pull the roller out, then we'll lift this side.
Okay, so just that side over there. Yeah, round the bend.
Well, once they break their backs, you're up next.
Exactly.
It's a glass tank, so it makes it heavy. It's out. Let it down. Okay, you're halfway there. Look, Greg, we're going to send your son home in a body bag. Or at least a back brace.
go. Part 1 done.
Part 1 done. Woo! You guys did good work. Garrison, you handled that wood like a pro.
Appreciate it.
All right, now that was pretty rough. Now we've got this mess to clean up. Got to put back all these rocks over here. The tank is away from the wall, so now I have to work on getting this tank against the wall, but everyone was a little bit petered out, so I gotta move this side back about a foot. Let's see it from on top. This side back about 18 inches or so, and then once that's into place, I can stick a level on it, and it should be fairly level, so if not, there are legs on the bottom that we can go ahead and adjust the height. And then what's left from there is just putting in the overflows. This tank is good to go, so I can actually fill the tank, but I don't want to until we have filtration and the overflows hooked up. All right, I just want you all to know what I'm actually getting myself into here. Take a look at this. So there's the 350, here's the backside of the 580, here's the wall, there's my foot, here's behind the 4400. Crawling inside this window so I can grab the backside of this tank and help them move it against the wall, and then I gotta figure out how I'm getting out of here. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Told you guys I was behind the 4400. Not even enough room to turn around. Somehow I hit the piping for the 4400 and it was leaking. So I had to hurry up and basically do a cartwheel behind the tank, and I had to fix the union under the 4400. So now I get to crawl out on top of the 4400. All this for some fish. Get big tanks, they said. It'll be fun. Woo! All right, so after all that, it's done. The tank is now moved against the wall, straightened out. We went ahead and put this facade in place. The corners kind of, go together like a puzzle piece here. I only put temporary brackets on to hold it up so it didn't fall over. We're gonna go ahead and raise this facade up off the ground so if it ever overflows, it's not ruining the facade structure. And there's some stuff under it that might need to come out for right now, so that's why we only put temporary brackets on. There was, like 16 or so brackets that hold this thing on. It's using 4 right now. So now we just got to do plumbing, get some lighting on this thing, and this puppy will be right ready to go. Man, would you look at that? There goes some lighting on the tank. And let's pan left. You guys know I told you we had some videos that were backlogged. Well, this happens to be one of those videos. Now we look left. Look at all them stingrays in the pond. Looking awesome. But back to our video, what we're planning on doing today. I've got plumbing parts. I've got my bulkheads up here. So what I'm going to do is plumb in this overflow over here, running straight back into the river system here, into the monster pond. I'm then going to get a pump. I'm going to go ahead and pump up from the monster pond up to this tank. It's going to basically cycle through and back down. So it'll be heated and filtered from the monster pond alone. And then we're going to take a smaller hose from the 580, run into this 350 and stop this flow into the 350 from the fish room to where all the water that goes into the fish room now goes to the drain. So that's what I'm going to be working on now, and I will check back in with you guys as I make some progress. But I'm here alone, so we're going to go ahead and get this work done. All right, and like that, the plumbing is done. I've got both the caps in here. You can see, you really can't see, but there's a 1-inch cap and an 1.5 inch plug in there. Over here, went ahead and took off this side panel. I capped the 1 inch, and then I took the 1.5 inch, and I ran it right over here into the river system. So now we're basically pumping up from the monster pond. I'm gonna go ahead into this overflow. It's gonna fill up this tank and go out that side. So it's just gonna be a pass-through system. And just like that, the pump is on. Water is flowing. So now once it fills up, I can start checking this tank for leaks. And hopefully I did everything right. And this tank did not go through any drastic tweaks when we were moving it, and the seams did not pop. and the bulkheads are not leaking. So we're gonna give it some time to fill up. All right, so the tank is filling. It's looking pretty decently level. I know the bulkheads on this side are not leaking. I don't really have to worry about the drain side. But if you guys remember, this is the 580 gallon that Norman and his wife donated about a year ago. And if you guys remember the video, this is the tank that tore my buddy's bicep. We were moving it out of his house and his whole bicep detached from his arm. And it took us this long to be able to get this thing set up in place. But it is a beautiful tank. So again, thank you to Norman and his wife for donating this beautiful tank. And we shall have this full in just a moment. All right, you can already see the world of difference. I just did a slight wipe on this front glass, and it's already looking a world of difference. Went ahead and hooked up a second pump to go ahead and fill this baby. Still no problems. There's the water coming in that's going to be passing through. And here is the second pump. We're probably about a third of the way full right now. And we've got just a little bit more to go. I'm going to have to suck out all this gravel and whatnot, and then we have to decide how we're going to scape this beast of a tank. All right, the tank is now full. As you guys can see, there's not much lighting on here. I only have one 4-foot strip light while I was working on it, so we got to get some better lighting on this in the days to come. But I want to water test this for a few days before I go ahead and put fish in it, even though I have faith in the tank. But here we go. The overflow is now working, so I'm going to go ahead and let this cycle through, and you guys can catch us in the next video and see what comes of this tank. But there are 0 leaks right now, which is kind of awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more crazy adventures with this awesome stingray pond, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.